friends, and happy Thanksgiving week. My name is John Wayne McMann, one of the pastors at FMC, and I'm just wondering, do you love the holidays? I find myself sometimes a little bit grumpy during the holidays, and I think it's because of the sentimentality that exists. I look at my kids and my family, and they love the holidays. But sometimes this idea of being grateful and celebrating things and the commercialization that's out there, I have a hard time with it. I hope I'm not alone in this. But I think that's why I'm drawn, particularly during Thanksgiving, to the realness of the psalmist. That we should be grateful and we should celebrate gratitude and we should give thanks for all that God has given us. But I love the psalmist's honesty. Even in the midst of difficulty, that's where a real gratitude comes out. So I just want to share with you Psalm 30. I will exalt you, Lord, for you lifted me out of the depths and did not let my enemies gloat over me. Lord, my God, I called to you for help and you healed me. You, Lord, brought me up from the realm of the dead. You spared me from going down to the pit. Sing the praises of the Lord, you his faithful people. Praise his holy name, for his anger lasts only a moment, but his favor lasts a lifetime. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. When I felt secure, I said, I will never be shaken. Lord, when you favored me, you made my royal mountain stand firm. But when you hid your face, I was dismayed. And skipping ahead to verse 11, you turned my wailing into dancing. You removed my sackcloth and clothed me with joy, that my heart may sing your praises and not be silent. Lord, my God, I will praise you forever. What I love about what the psalmist is doing here is it is gratitude, but it's gratitude in the midst of real hard, difficult things. And so I don't know where you find yourself this holiday season, but maybe the Psalms could be a reading partner for us as we consider gratitude. There's 4 things I love about gratitude and praise and worship from Psalm 30. The first thing is that praise and gratitude locates yourself in the narrative of God. The psalmist is saying, you rescued me from the pit. The psalmist is locating himself, even though things are difficult, you have rescued me, God. And praise and gratitude is important, secondly, because it's formational. It's forming us into people that see God at work in the world. When we give praise and gratitude, it's not wishy-washy or shallow. It's actually something that is creating within us the ability to see God at work in the world. This quote from C.S. Lewis is challenging to me. C.S. Lewis says, I had noticed how the humblest and at the same time the most balanced and capacious minds praise the most, while the cranks, misfits, and malcontents praise the least. Praise is formational. Third, praise is a witness. When we give thanks to God and we are full of gratitude and full of worship and living lives of worship, it's a witness to what God's doing in the world. And the world desperately needs that good news, needs to be reminded of what God is doing. And finally, praise and gratitude completes the journey. So what we see in the psalmist at the end is, listen, you took my sackcloth, you've turned my mourning into dancing. There is joy coming from the psalmist. What God has done in our life is not brought to completion until we acknowledge it and we celebrate in it. And so this week, I hope that even if things are difficult or family's complicated or the Thanksgiving feast goes not as planned, like my brisket a couple years ago that I overcooked, whatever happens, I hope that we might live lives of gratitude so that God can complete that journey in us for all that he's done, so that we might live lives of worship, lives that are marked by gratitude as a witness to the world. God bless you this week.